Hello everybody, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back again to more Genshin Impact videos. So we are back to Sumeru, and we just gonna go to the quest here, and we're gonna see what's happened to Scaramouche, because last time he's the boss fight.
Come on, serious suggestions, please. I'm not trying to write a thriller here. It's supposed to be an essay, you understand? An essay! That means facts and logic.
What is happening here? Don't remind me of my essay.
What?
I mean, it depends on what their faculty. I don't even know why they go far to Inazuma just to research. Well, they have a country full of studyable things. Is that a word, studyable?
If only we knew where to find that traveler. From what they say about her, this seems like the kind of thing she'd know about.
I think I am famous enough.
I hear you've helped many people a great deal and been to many places. Would you be able to tell us about Tatarasuna?
I help people just to get the Primo Gems.
I wouldn't blame you, of course, because in all my years as a writer, this is by far the most.
Get to the point, for Pete's sake.
For Pete's sakes, who's Pete? How do you know Pete?
The Kabuki Mono was not a human, but a puppet.
Ah.
A puppet?
Shogun puppet that the Electro Archon made should be ruling Inazuma with her as we speak. It couldn't be her. The Kabuki Mono has to be the balladeer. But what was he doing 400 years ago in Tatarasuna? I don't know.
Judging by the looks on your faces, you do know something after all.
Glare at Paimon. My god. Oh, that's the exit one. Yeah, mate. It's amazing, yeah.
Oh,
I'll
and
read
please
that
read
later.
my essay draft as well.
Why? Why does people want to see my essay draft? I'm not a researcher. This text belongs to the series of works sponsored by Author Akaba Abstract. The Tarasuna area has always been a major pillar of Inazuma's smithing industry. Two incidents have occurred here, and the details behind the first are vague at best. I believe, however, that there might be a hidden history behind the events that transpired. Hence, this paper will attempt to analyze that many have unfolded for the available data. This is such a terrible abstract. Two incidents have been occurred here. You see two incidents and you just mentioned the first one, not even mention what's the first one. You even forgot what's the second one.
You're allowed to just make stuff up? Pretty sure you've gone from essay to guessay there.
Guessay, I like that.
Akaba should just pick a different topic. There must be as many essay topics as there are trees in the forest. There's no point in...
Oh, hello. This place is amazing. Let's take a second to just appreciate how massive this place is. Look at the art. Man. Nahida!
Paimon, there you are.
There you are? You expect me to come here?
Nahida! Bad news. We just saw the balladeer strolling around in public. Did he escape or... Ah! It's him!
Sure enough, you're here.
Hey! What are you doing in the sanctuary of Surasthana? Aren't you supposed to be locked up? I know you must have a lot of questions. Please, allow me to explain.
Okay.
It was my idea to set the balladeer free. We made a deal, and he's gonna do some investigation in Irminsul for me.
Nahida is so nice.
A deal? Huh. You sure you trust this guy?
What did you expect? Why do you think Sumeru would keep me around otherwise? Or maybe killing me is all you can think about. But if that's the case, why haven't you done it already?
Don't flatter yourself. It was... Nahida said there's still some mysteries in you to figure out.
Ah, so if it were up to you, you'd finish the job? Guess I had you all wrong. There I was thinking you were just getting cold feet.
Ooh.
Well, that escalated quickly. Not a good start. Could I ask you all to please calm down? But Paimon's worried about you, Nahida. Don't let him trick you.
It's not every day you see people questioning the God of Wisdom's judgment. Just when you think you've seen it all.
Don't you dare try to drive a wedge between us! As long as the terms are reasonable, I don't think there's a problem in making a deal. Even with the Balladeer.
She knows how to do business.
Well, I, for one, have no reason to doubt you. Considering you even struck a deal with the doctor.
Yes, one in which I gained valuable information. You'll come to understand more about that in the fullness of time. The Balladeer's power was all but completely spent after your battle. He's no longer strong enough to be a strategic threat to us. That puts him in quite a precarious position.
Okay.
Plus, he's a former Harbinger with knowledge of many of the Fatui's sensitive secrets. Being stuck here in Sumeru could make him a sitting duck, depending on how the Fatui plan to respond.
See, that's why she's the best Archon in this game.
Wait a second. Farmer? You mean he's not a Harbinger anymore?
He's
I
quit.
take no pleasure in saying this, but it seems as if the doctor had no intention of welcoming back a loser, so...
Oh, wow.
Sometimes it's you using them. Other times, it's them using you. Most human relationships are this way. Certainly all the stable ones are. That's how it was between me and the... So as long as you have some value to offer, nobody will ever abandon you. But after recent events, even I have to admit that I'm not worth quite what I used to be.
Nihira, are you serious about this?
Oh, come on, Paimon. Stop questioning
Yes.
her.
I have my reasons for this decision. In fact, I'm largely doing it for your benefit.
For me?
Yes. As I told you once before, there's information about your twin in Irminsul.
My god.
Yeah. Actually, that's the whole reason we came to see you today.
Like literally,
So you
my
have an
god.
update on that? You may remember me mentioning that the Fatui had not included your twin's details in the Descender category. This is an extremely important point. It's possible that the Fatui have other information that even I don't know about. And since the Balladeer used to be one of them, he'll be better acquainted with this information than I am. He was granted the power to connect with Irminsul when he almost became the god of a new era. Even though he no longer has the Gnosis, some traces of its power remain in him. He can still connect. The amount of information in Irminsul is vast beyond description. Sifting through all of it without knowing what to look for would take too long, even for me. So I asked the Balladeer to search in Irminsul for any information about the Descenders. He's more familiar with this kind of information, and should be able to find it more quickly. Exactly! Or what if... Paimon just doesn't trust him! He's treated us as enemies every time we've run into him! I understand. But sometimes, everything is dictated by which side you're on. How things will go in the future depends on what information he brings back. And Traveler, I know what your heart desires most of all. Our minds have connected several times before. There is a corner of your heart reserved for an intense longing. A feeling of being all alone in the dark, searching for the one candle whose light still burns. As Sumeru's deity, it is my responsibility to be on guard against the Balladeer. But as someone who counts you as a friend, I want to do something for you. If this deal with the Balladeer can give you the answers you've been longing to find, then it's worth it.
I see.
It's my pleasure, really. You're Sumeru's hero. You've more than earned it.
I'm Sumeru's hero and she gives me a lot of stuffs. I mean, I'm being a hero in any other nation and I got nothing.
Oh, it looks pretty different here compared to last time. The colors are gentler. Guess that must be because Sumeru's at peace now.
Whoa. Hey, weird hot boy.
Look at that. Hot on my heels. You know, you didn't have to cut your catch-up short just to keep me company. Oh, but I guess you panicked when you realized that I might enter Irminsul ahead of you.
You're so negative, mate.
We can start now.
Irminsul access granted. Initiating connection procedure.
Whoa. Initiating connection procedure? Why has it become so technological?
Wow. So
Ooh.
this is the inside of Irminsul. Ooh.
That's
Paimon's
another
never
tree.
seen anything like this. And it feels like a sacred place.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, we will now proceed to the heart of Irminsul.
He called Lesser Lord Kusanali instead of Boer. Wow. He actually respect her.
I was just imagining the look on your travel companion's face if you went and got lost. Anything's possible in here. You can't rule anything out. So if you want to stay safe, your best option is to stick close to me.
You know, that's a good point. Why are we actually bringing Paimon in here? Like, Paimon can just stay with Nahida. Dude really has a weird hat.
Preparing to access cognitive currents. Establishing waypoint. The Balladeer's actually doing what Nahida tells him. Guess he must want to stay alive.
He hasn't put up any resistance and he seems good at working on the front line. Maybe he had a similar role in the Fatui. First Akaban Sawada's stories, now this. What a
The
strange
rest
individual.
is up to you. If you discover anything at all,
He's a
make sure to
puppet.
share it with us.
Don't let the fact goes away that he is a puppet.
Will do.
For once, we're the ones with nothing to do. Traveler, Paimon, would you like to talk?
Hey.
Yes. I've also invited Paimon to join.
Wow. A Discord call.
Huh? What the? We can talk to each other inside our heads? That's part of it. Plus, we're all friends. There's nothing wrong with us talking like this once in a while. Paimon's never tried this before. This is great.
And this is great that you're not speaking. Great.
This light. It looks similar to those saplings. What could it be?
Anonymous data.
Anonymous
Don't
data.
you forget the agreement. You have to share it with us.
Shh. Just wait.
Shut the hell up, Paimon.
Mr. Niwa, are you certain this is worth the risk? We are talking about Tatara Suna's furnace, after all. It may not pay to act rashly.
There's no one else who can enter the furnace. It has to be me.
Is that so? Well, since you insist.
It's...
Who is that?
I have been in Tatara Suna for some time now.
Flashback.
You have shown me great hospitality.
What the
as
heck
has
is that
Mikoshi Nagamasa.
hairstyle? It's almost like the freaking hentai protagonist.
What are you still doing here?
Judging from the look in your eyes, you don't seem to trust me.
Well, because your way of speaking is like evil like that.
Don't you have all your answers by now?
Honestly, I'm just waiting for the right moment.
Oh,
A moment like
a
this.
stab.
Where you finish talking and I stop you from entering the furnace.
You...
It doesn't look like a stab though. So it's
You're
a
a
little
little
bit
smarter
weird.
than I initially gave you credit for. I thought I'd disguised myself exceptionally well. At least for the first few days. It's a long journey from Inazuma to Fontaine, but that didn't stop them. And yet, despite all of that, you still fail to realize my true identity, and what I seek in Tatara Suna.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
If you kill me, there's no one who can get inside the furnace. So you're really going to destroy this place? Is that it?
Oh, but you're quite wrong. There is one other person. Some may not see him as a person, but you told him yourself. You're not a puppet. You're a human. You're just missing a heart.
Ooh. Scaramouche. You are such a problem, man.
Whoever you're working for won't get away with this.
It's no trouble at all. Patience is a virtue which if you must know, I'm happy to divulge my true identity. I'm a Fatui harbinger. Call me The doctor.
Whoa, what? You are the doctor?
Fatui?
Huh?
Just to create a minor inconvenience for your nation.
I mean, yeah, it is her. It is his voice. I just realized that.
Jester, I have completed the task you gave me. Creating a gap and infiltrating Inazuma's inner workings. What fun it was. I'd like to introduce a puppet to you. If he proves useful, let's make him our newest comrade. And if not, let's turn him to dust.
Oh, the origin story of the Fatui. Scaramouche. Don't be mad, dude.
Hey, are you alright?
Dottore. Dottore!
But why did we see things from his perspective? When I touched the doctor to confirm whether he'd eliminated all his segments, I read this memory in his mind. You have to admit, it must be the truth.
Maybe so, but it means nothing.
Does it? But this memory shows that Niwa didn't betray you. He never meant for you to be the one to take the device into the furnace. You know very well what that means. Even more so than I.
The betrayal is not really a betrayal. It's just the Fatui. Even the Fatui betrayed a fellow Fatui. My god, what is happening to Russia? What is happening to you, Bronya? I don't understand.
It was all a horrific experiment planned by the doctor.
Damn.
Everything he did was just to plant seeds of disaster in Inazuma that would bear fruit in the future. Of all the unwitting participants in the doctor's experiment, the balladeer became the main test subject.
The doctor.
Shall we see how he's doing? Hey, you alright? That's a scary expression.
Oh, he's
Are you
smiling.
worried about me? If we didn't have such a history, I'd almost think that qualifies me to be your friend.
Oh. Now you think friendly of me, what?
It won't. I'll keep my end of the deal.
Hey, are you investigating the stuff we want to know about?
That's why we're here. But unfortunately, there's no information about the Descenders in Irminsul.
Are you kidding me?
Even if you can't find anything, that seems to confirm it. Irminsul does not keep records on the Descenders. Anyone who comes from beyond this world is not counted as part of Teyvat. Oh, does that mean we have to leave empty-handed?
Well, not really. That's a good point. We confirm things. Even though we're not adding things, well, you know, confirming things is good.
You look really upset. Well, since Irminsul was a dead end, I guess I can share some other info that might interest you.
Huh? About what?
The reason why there are records about your brother in Irminsul. It might have something to do with Conria. Apparently, Conria was his first destination when he arrived in this world.
How do you know about it?
Plus, he only came to this world because the heavens responded to the summoning.
The heavens responded?
The Jester told me this himself.
Ooh.
You can take his word on this. He was a royal mage in Conria, and lived with your brother for a time.
The Jester, another Fatui Harbinger. If he is from Kanria, why he joined the Fatui? Wasn't the Fatuis under the Saritsa, which is one of the 7? Why?
I don't know the details. It's up to you whether you want to believe me. All I can say is, I wouldn't lie to you about this. Did you get all that, Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Yes. Astonishing news.
Does this info count towards my mission? It wasn't from Irminsul, but was it valuable?
Very valuable.
Good. In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
What have you done?
Huh?
Lesser Lord Kusanali was right. My power's all but completely spent. Even if I use all of the divine power left in me, I can't sustain this shield for very long. I shared a secret with you, and now you owe me. So in return, I'd like you to answer a question for me.
Okay.
Give me your hand.
We trust him? We friend now?
Can you hear my voice inside your head? No, I can't do anything like that anymore. At most, all I can do is exchange a few words with you.
Paimon is not allowed to hear.
So tell me, in this world, is it possible to change the past?
What? Change the what? Oh my god, it's about the Great Lord Ruka Devata thing? She's gonna delete?
Done.
Huh? What happened? Paimon only saw you hold hands for a second.
Nothing. I was just thanking her for helping me.
Are you gonna delete yourself too?
So long. I suggest you get yourselves out of here quickly.
Bruh.
Where
Wow.
are you going? Hey, wait up! Didn't you say not to go running off?
That's why he doesn't want Nahida to know.
Fast reaction time. But I don't think we'll be seeing each other again.
Oh.
From this day forth, the names Balladeer and Kabukimono will cease to exist. Those who died in Tatarasuna because of me deserve another chance at life.
Hey, Balladeer! Don't do anything stupid!
You know, I never did like insects. Hordes of the puny things swarming together can be a real nuisance. And I enjoy nothing more than to stamp them out like the pests they are. But if a colony of harmless ants isn't threatening anyone, I guess they deserve to be left alone. Luckily, everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all.
What are you gonna do?
Balladeer! Balladeer! Uh-oh, he disappeared. Come on, we gotta find him some...
You can't just change the past like that. Face your past. We can't see him.
No, he's really gone. Oh, can you hear me?
Oh my god. The phone got hijacked.
Traveler, Paimon, Balladeer, what happened just now? I was suddenly cut off by some kind of power. It was the Balladeer's fault. He shut you out. I didn't think he'd be capable of something like that with so little power left. Did he keep some of his power hidden when he was defeated? Or did he achieve something beyond his abilities, and it took everything he had? Where the heck did he go? Ugh, it's all our fault. We were supposed to keep an eye on him. Don't be. It's not your fault. We're running out of time. Follow my lead and get out of Irminsul as soon as possible.
What?
I'm sorry, but this isn't something I need your help with. Leave this one to me.
Thank you,
An
Nahida.
emergency? How bad is it? Nahida, will you be okay? Don't worry. If my assessment is correct, though there may be some minor disturbances, it won't lead to a disaster. Please rest and recover your strength here until I say it's safe.
How can I sleep when in this kind of situation?
He wants to change the past? But surely that's impossible! Right! You can't just rewrite history! All that stuff happened already in real life! It's like...
But
Imagine Paimon drank all the water in this inn. Even if no one was there to see it, Paimon would sure as heck remember drinking it. So, why does Paimon still have a bad feeling about this? Paimon can't help but feel scared about what he might do.
I mean, you always feel scared every time.
Ooh, Paimon's so confused. Huh?
Huh? Paimon, what are you
Sorry.
doing?
Paimon accidentally... It's the Balladeer's fault for causing Paimon all this mental stress.
We have to pay for the thing now.
But erasing yourself from history? It's a
Can we tell
trying to
Paimon about
understand what
this?
he's up to, and it's still
Should-
not working.
We can, but I think that's, you know, it's not a good idea, maybe.
Paimon's had it with that little brat. He's been nothing but trouble ever since we met him. There's no way he'll actually succeed, right? Otherwise, won't everyone who's connected to him be affected too? How about, we list all our favorite foods to take our mind off things?
Food.
Alright, Paimon will start. First dish. Munstack grilled fish.
Food.
Oh, and chicken mushroom skewers.
That's all you think.
Tea break pancakes, cream stew, sauteed matsutake,
It's kind of cute though.
and Dragon chili chicken, almond tofu, satisfying salad.
More?
Oh, also Adeptus Temptation, golden shrimp balls, triple layered consomme, lotus seed and bird egg soup, and
How about the Outrider steak? And
um,
oh, what's wrong?
What was Paimon supposed to be doing just now?
What?
Paimon was, talking? Huh. Paimon suddenly can't remember what she was talking about. What was it again?
You're getting worried about the balladeer that you start.
The
Food?
balladeer?
What?
Is that a food too?
What?
Huh. Weird name though.
The balladeer is gone. And the music is pretty creepy. But how did he have that ability? Doesn't make
What's wrong?
sense.
Your eyes are like saucers. Was it something Paimon said?
But wait a second. Well, Scaramouche can do that because he's been like the vessel of the extraction of, you know, Greater Lord Rukadevata. Right?
So, the balladeer. Is that someone's name?
I think this is the
'Cause
most
it
horror
sounds like
thing
a
Genshin
nickname or
storyline could
something.
ever be.
Okay, sure. Where are we going?
We'll go back to Inazuma?
Fine by Paimon, but is everything okay? You're acting like this is an emergency.
Inazuma? Shouldn't we go back to Nahida? Inazuma? We casually just go back to Inazuma? Just like that? I like that we just casually go back to Inazuma. Like it is not miles away. Can we just go to Shogun now?
Anoma Smithy.
Ah, it's been a while, but fortunately, Kaedehara Kazuha recently returned to Inazuma and took up the mantle of the Ishin art. Now, 2 clans remain of the original Gokuden 5.
What? He's not with the pirate anymore?
If my memory serves me right, you yourself were present when he forged the Ishin blade.
Oh, yeah, we were. Paimon remembers that now. They learned a bit about the decline of the Raiden Gokuden then, too. It seems like such a shame.
All these years, I knew of those great clans' demise, but never the cause.
Oh.
Only recently, when the question was on my mind, did I ask Kaedehara Kazuha about this. He told me that, as we are both heirs to a branch of the Raiden Gokuden, it was right that I should know the truth. There is no harm in telling you, but I must warn you. It is a dark and sorrowful tale.
Just tell me, old
The
man.
Raiden Gokuden were the targets of a murderous rampage by a vengeful bladesmith.
What?
Vengeful?
400 years in Gokuden.
So it's no longer
But when
Scaramouche
he
who do
came to the
this.
Kaedehara and Kamisato clans, his killing spree came to an
What?
abrupt end. He failed to catch them unawares. They fought back fiercely, and they did not spare his life. That is why the Kaedehara clan and their Ishin art survived that day. I suppose they were the lucky ones, under the dire circumstances.
The legend of Raiden Gokaden has changed. Someone else attacked the Soulsmith. It looks like the balladeer did something in Irminsul, but it seems Niwa still
Is there
died.
anything else you wanted to ask?
Kazuha? Why, yes. Just yesterday, in fact. We spoke for a while over some tea. He seemed well.
So he still exists, and he's the same Kazuha. I know things don't seem as bad as I feared last night, but did he still with the pirate? Is he
My
still
pleasure.
with Beidou?
Don't tell Paimon. There are other places you want to visit too, right?
Is Ayaka and Ayato still exist? This is so interesting, man.
Hello, dears.
Oh,
Is there something you want to say? Of course, traveler. Yes, I know who you are. Miss Kamisato has told me about you.
yes. She's a simp on me. As far as I can see, nothing changed in the Yashiro commissions either. I was expecting as much, but it's still a big relief to know that the Kamisato siblings are both safe and well.
Much has happened in the Kamisato clan in that time.
Oh, what is happening in the Kamisato clan, Granny?
Well, here we are. But what are we looking for? Something? Or someone?
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that the Traveler and Paimon?
Hey, I remember this guy. He like the one who repaired the thing and tanks and stuff.
A fun fact, I'm not the first Fontaine tech guy to come and work on it either. There was a guy back then too. They say he was a mechanic who consulted on a technology upgrade. It seems like the technological collaboration between our two nations goes back a long way. How about that?
Looks like the doctor still sabotaged the furnace, leading all the ensuing
Weren't
chaos.
you gonna ask Xavier something about Tatara Suna? Come on, ask already.
Oh, I didn't realize you two were here for a history lesson.
Me neither. Paimon doesn't know what's gotten into this one today. Feels like we've been preparing for a history exam or something.
What brought this on? Did you just wake up today with a sudden burning desire for historical knowledge?
Yes.
A kabuki mono? No, I can't say that I have. I do know the word, Inazuman for those eccentric types who always go around dressed to the nines. Just the sort of person that I'd like to meet, actually. But sadly, I've never had the pleasure, nor have I come across anything to do with a kabuki mono where Tatara Suna is concerned.
He wanted to change the world and revert everything back to the way it was, but so far it looks like the majority of changes have only affected to himself.
Of course! Don't mention it.
Oh,
What a nice
we're
guy.
leaving? Okay, bye, Xavier.
Oh, you're most welcome. More than happy to help. Farewell.
So we just need to meet Nahida first and then go to Inazuma to check. I think it's better to confirm in the closer part first.
Unfortunately, we haven't made any real progress. Huh? Oh, of course.
Oh, I didn't read about this. I mean, it's really detailed. It's pretty long. But okay, I think there's this yellow part here. A great many of these rumors revolve around the yokai. It's a yokai. It becomes a yokai instead of a puppet. Wow! What's the difference on your side? I'm glad that this game just highlighted the thing. Miyazaki hit his grin upon hearing this. Niwa released the lizard and his hand Niwa in Kasuragi's palm. But just as more words were to be exchanged, someone came walking nearby. Their footsteps steady and confident. Okay, the difference is, I think this is a good ending instead of a bad one. But still, he still got killed, basically. Content has changed. The balladeer said he'd erased 2 of his names. If he really succeeded, it must have taken all of his might.
Nahida, we're here! hasn't had a moment's rest this whole time. That night, we ended up chatting and chatting until suddenly the sun was up. And then she decided she wanted to go to Inazuma.
So the Balladeer? She just gonna tell?
Balladeer? This sounds like some kind of code name.
Bruh. Oh
You
no.
look troubled. Is there something you need to tell me?
If Nahida doesn't remember, just like last time, any changes to immerse will affect her as well. Balladeer acted quickly. He finished erasing himself before Nahida could stop him. I'm the only one who still remembers the things then that were erased. Once again, I'm the record keeper.
Traveler? Hey, what's wrong? You look so upset.
There are things that have happened that only I can remember. Yo, she's just gonna casually tell. Okay. At least this is not the Greater Lord Rukadevata thingy. You piece back together the story and was broken scattered across time. There once was one named the Balladeer, created by the Electro Archon. He was a puppet who lived among men. After a series of events in Tatarasuna, the Balladeer, thinking he had been thrice betrayed, left Inazuma to roam the world beyond. With no trust for humans and only loathing for gods, he bore his grudge for years and he grew his strength, then returned to Inazuma to take his revenge. He tried in vain to become a deity with a gnosis and ended up losing everything. Finally, he entered Irminsul and learned the truth behind his betrayal, knowing now that his entire life was built on lies. He did the unthinkable in an attempt to reverse his tragic fate.
That's quite a story.
Do you believe me, Nahida?
So, this puppet known as the Balladeer erased himself from Irminsul, hoping that he could change the past.
Wasn't she the only one who can erase the Irminsul?
But how was he even able to do that? As the traveler said, he very nearly became Sumeru's deity. Admittedly, I remember it a little differently. I don't recall finding anyone inside the machine after we defeated it. Nevertheless, it does make sense. If someone were to successfully erase themselves from Irminsul, the world would change to reflect the new reality. So, you believe this person really existed, and we just don't remember him because he literally changed the world?
That's pretty messed
Yes.
up.
Theoretically speaking, it is possible to do this. But I'm struggling to imagine the kind of person who would dare go through with it. The traveler comes from a world beyond Tevat. That's why there's no information about her in Irminsul. And it also explains why any changes to Irminsul wouldn't affect her. So if there's anyone in the world capable of retaining memories from a past that has been rewritten, it's you. It's quite incredible when you think about it.
Wasn't that means that Raiden Shogun doesn't remember him? That he was created by her? We were enemies after all. I don't know his perspective on all this, so I can't say why he did something so extreme. Did he want to reset everything or save someone? Or did he want to completely undo his existence? Everything can be set right. It's time to solve this once and for all. Maybe that's all there is to it.
Please wait a moment. I want to check something. Found it. This should be the one.
What? How do you found it so
It
quickly?
turns out that I have a strange way of confirming everything she has told us. What is it? A record from a personal collection. It was tucked away in a corner. You should take a look.
Resembles a fairy tale.
Is this a fairy tale? Who wrote it? I authored this record myself. Huh?
Wow.
You wrote a fairy tale that somehow has something to do with the Balladeer? When combined with the Traveler's narrative, It's clear that this story is an allegory. Everything in it is a symbol for something else.
My god. My head is about to explode.
Hold on. So this record survived from the past?
The past.
Yes. Any information about the balladeer or the kabuki mono and other records will have been changed. But I wrote this story in a way that means it was left intact. Changing the information in Irminsul changes to that. But Irminsul can't change information that was well hidden in advance. I guess I must have written this story as a backup before the balladeer entered Irminsul.
Oh wow. So that's why she says you just wait, mate. Just wait. Everything's gonna be okay. I trust you.
Excuse me, boss. There seems to be a small problem with the last bill. Look, here.
There you go. The boy is now in a new drip. Blue.
Hey! Hey, wait!
You mean me?
No, not you. That kid! Didn't you see? Little rascal grabbed my last 2 fresh Sunsettias and ran off. Look, if you're gonna help out here, you can't keep spacing out, okay? What is it?
I wasn't paying close enough attention. Sorry, boss. I think you're right. Maybe it's the city. It's so exciting. It can be hard to focus.
Who's that guy? You know him or something?
That guy is the balladeer.
Who?
Yeah, this'll do.
Even though you say he's the balladeer, what are we planning on doing? Stealing his Sunsettias? Isn't that a bit too cruel?
Shut up.
Oh, alright.
This should be enough. Guess I should wash them before I take them back. Huh? You two over there. Is there something I can help you with?
He spotted us!
You've been following me all the way from the city. I'd have to be blind not to notice.
Oh.
Have we met before? No, we haven't met. But you know me?
Yeah.
I have no recollection.
There you go, the start of the tales. The Traveler and the Wanderer. Nahida, bring the puppet.
Nahida! What's wrong? Huh? Are you?
Hello. I do apologize for the sudden intrusion.
We found this guy in the street, but he doesn't seem to remember anything. So, yeah, quite an eventful walk. Many other Inazumans who describe themselves in this way call themselves Shugenja. Why do you refer to yourself as a wanderer?
Well, it seems more relevant in my case. To me, it sounds like a plant with no roots. But these two claim that they know me, and that I have a hidden past unknown even to myself.
I wouldn't call it the past, but rather... this is a difficult one to explain.
Oh.
I don't like to rely on using terms like this often, but in your case, it seems that it ought to be called previous incarnation. Oh, like a past life or something?
What was I like in my previous incarnation?
Evil. Evil genius.
Oh, okay. I see. You want to tell me, but you can't bring yourselves to say it.
We're not trying to hurt your feelings or anything, but yeah, we weren't your biggest fans.
Well, you know, we almost kill each other. Enter the memory. It is a domain.
This looks like Inazuma. Right now, you're in a dream I created using information extracted from your memories. These memories will show you the raw truth. But be aware that enemies may react just like in the real world. Please be careful. Sounds like an immersive experience. It's a good thing we came along.
We call this VR MMORPG in real life. Oh, I really hate Inazuma's domain. Always.
Whoa, this is where you were born? It's pretty, but there's nobody here.
Oh, this is the sick
I
child.
was abandoned, like you. I lived here for a while at first, but there's nothing for us here. We can't stay.
Okay.
He's like any other child.
I heard my mom and dad used to make swords, but the factory manager died. And then my dad got sick. He kept coughing all the time, just like me. Then Mom started coughing too.
But you can't. You promised me.
Oh, man. COVID-19, as always.
Yup, we're family now. We're gonna be together forever and ever. This child didn't have a name. Or rather, the balladeer didn't know what to call him. His father died before he could name him. After his mother died, the child stayed in their straw hut alone. Some of the neighbors helped to raise him.
Wow.
After leaving Tatarasuna, the balladeer ran into this child who didn't have a name, just like him. They made a promise to live together. What happened to the child then? He died from his illness while he was still very young. The balladeer came home one day and found that he had stopped breathing.
Hey! What's wrong? Say something! You promised me we could be family!
You're no different from Niwa and all the others. You betrayed me too.
She's pretty sad.
The voices have gone. It looks like the memory ends here.
Let's keep going.
You do realize you're blocking my path.
I come not to obstruct you.
Jester.
I've been waiting. What you are truly is a weapon. One that could be wielded with an iron will. Or you could continue to drift aimlessly.
Well, in the end,
Are you trying to win me over?
the Fatui is what destroyed anyone.
Rebellion has begun. Why not take your place at the banquet and join those who shall feast?
This place is dark.
Paimon knows this place. It's the Delusion Factory in Inazuma. In the original version of events, the Traveler once encountered the balladeer here.
Hey, I remember this place.
Such a creepy atmosphere. Hey, look over there.
Well, well, my fair lady. Is this rundown factory and these
Hey,
incompetent fools all for me?
Senora.
Wow. You shouldn't have.
The one that doesn't exist anymore. She is what the meaning of doesn't exist at all.
What do you have to gain from belittling your subordinates? You might not want to admit it, but you are a part of this plan. Perhaps you find fighting in the Abyss to be a more meaningful use of your time? Oh, but of course, even this pales in comparison to being experimented on by the Doctor.
What a sharp tongue you have. Funny how negotiating never seems to be your strong suit. For the task ahead, I suggest you keep your true feelings to yourself.
Save your breath. I know what I have to do.
I'm sure you think so, but I still think you need to hear it. Don't start thinking you're invincible, and don't let your emotions get in the way.
Ooh.
Surely you're not worried about me.
I just can't have you getting in my way. You and Child never fail to find ways to complicate things.
I'm merely lighting a little fire in this chaotic nation. But you, being tossed out like trash, must make you want to destroy it completely.
Oh. Speaking of trash.
Do you remember the last time you were here? That was a lot of swordsmiths you killed. I'm sure the descendants of the Raiden Gokaden are still suffering the consequences now. Look at you. Oh, don't get so sentimental. Now, give that poor little tongue of yours a rest and stop pretending like you're above everyone else. By then, see you at the victory feast.
See you at the victory feast. And then she died. All the Fatui's people just roasting each other. They're not friendly at all. And their goal is just to, like, oh, we want the world peace. What are you guys talking about? You guys not even get along with yourself.
All the emotions that you discarded will return to you. Are you sure you want to do this?
Are you sure you want to do this? Yes or no, or cancel?
I've always felt I have an innate tendency to yearn for something more, in a way that goes deeper than for most people. But for all my soul searching as a Shugenja, I've never fully understood it. Looking at it now, it seems that I brought this curse upon myself. So I beg you, grant me this opportunity to gain a purpose, to change my destiny, and end my wandering.
Very well. Since your mind is made up, I will return to you that which is yours.
Wait, so he will regain his old memories. Then he will remember everything, right? But does that stories will, like, undo the world change? Like, all the storylines that have been changed so far is gonna revert back? Okay.
You have made your decision. Now, take this.
Uh-oh.
Set him free.
Shogun.
Puppet. What's he doing here? You're a human as far as I'm concerned.
Everyone's here. Wonderful.
What a fine blade. Nagamasu will be thrilled. This is my...
Calm down.
Is he alright?
Oh, what? We're gonna fight this thing again? I don't mind, but... Oh, dull blade action. As always. Whoa! Traveler can do that?
All worthless dross will be purged.
Damn.
That's why
The VA is amazing.
this won't be the end.
And they fuse together. An animal vision. He just casually got an animal vision. Die. Cool. Oh, we're just gonna solo this boss with Balladeer only.
Got any more stupid questions?
Hope this will be easy. Oh yeah, I can fly. I forgot about this. Yeah.
Nothing worth mentioning.
No, 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 no. No, no, don't die. Don't die. This is part of the storyline.
You dare to gaze upon me?
Oh. We're done. Everlasting Lord of Arcane Wisdom.
Imbecile! Get out of my sight.
It disappeared. Did we win?
What did you expect? I'd never lose to that.
There's the tone of voice again. You're definitely back to your old self. Wait, but it was you inside that thing too. What have you got to be smug about?
Sorry. I'm harsh on myself and everyone else. Just the way I am.
So he's good now.
You sound like you're concerned about me.
I'm concerned about you, but you more like concerned about yourself
But
more.
don't worry. Thanks to you, even if I didn't change a thing, at least I now know the truth.
The memory recovery seems to have been a success. This dream has served its purpose.
backup memory.
Come on. Let's continue this outside.
Continue what?
Paimon?
So-
Balladeer?
Did the whole history thing kind of reverted back?
It feels like we just went on a really long journey.
Or is it as it
I'm
is?
exhausted. You don't like being addressed by that name?
It's fine. But I was just thinking, I should probably change it.
Won't go by the Balladeer
After
anymore.
learning about everything the doctor did, there's no way I can carry on using a name connected to him.
Oh.
I'm not planning on returning to the Fatui, and they wouldn't take me back anyway. Recent events will have affected a lot of people, and they might not even remember who the Sixth is.
So okay, so so you mean that the history is still it is?
So, you're quitting the Fatui for good?
Interesting.
It's like you said, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything may look futile, but it wasn't completely meaningless. At least I made a lot of people forget about me.
But that doesn't mean your own past has disappeared.
Of course.
And your main goal, for which you gave up everything you had, you weren't able to achieve it. I hope you can see and understand that. Changing the world, changing the past, changing the fates of other people, these are not simple things to accomplish. What you are looking for is complete annihilation. But this is just a fantasy. Even if the Balladeer is removed from existence, the world will not heed your will.
Indeed. How ridiculous.
Do you regret doing all that when you've gotten so little in return?
Even if I'm completely worthless, there's nothing in the world worth regretting. Lesser Lord Kusanali, you purposely left that information in Irminsul, didn't you?
Yes, and I took pains to make sure that you'd acquire that information naturally.
Why would you go to such lengths? You trying to win me over too?
Is it all the plan?
In
Wow.
all honesty, your past experiences have made you a useful asset to Sumeru and to me. Winning you over was indeed a part of my plan. But
Oh.
before that, I wanted to tell you the truth about your past. If all I wanted to do was use you, then I'd be no different from the doctor.
Very clever.
I guess you could say that's one of my virtues.
Utility to others is what gives me worth. So if embracing my sins is what it takes to make me useful again, so be it.
Everything's ended up being pretty darn complicated. Paimon doesn't even know where to start, but the most important thing now is that you need to follow Nahida. Otherwise, all our efforts will have been for nothing.
Man, Nahida just become his new mom. He got a new mom. Forget your old mom.
I'm glad that you've accepted our proposal. Why don't you choose a new name to celebrate? Ooh! Paimon wants to pick an ugly nickname for you, too.
Why?
Because Paimon still doesn't like you that much.
Then I hope we don't see much of each other in the future.
A name is life's first gift. You didn't say it out loud, but I know that's what you're thinking. The Traveler and Paimon have helped you a lot. If you can't decide on a new name, maybe you can ask them for ideas.
Oh, I'm gonna name him?
No, Paimon only does nicknames. If it's a serious name you're after, it's all yours.
Name? Rules and disclaimers of name modification? Oh my god. Please take note that some names cannot be utilized in this change. There's a limit on the number of times you can rename this character. Oh, I can rename. Who's I'm gonna name you? Oh my god, this is confusing. It's just so sudden. I'm gonna name you the simplest name ever. Joe. Don't ask who Joe is. I think we'll do.
All right, if you say so.
There. Now you have a name of your own.
What about a nickname? Are you done yet, Duffer? We'll have to pay the price.
I can't stop laughing at this.
You mean the Fatui?
The doctor, at least.
Whew, it's about time we had a break. As soon as you stop, all the tiredness and hunger comes rushing back. Huh? Look at that vase. Did someone break it while they were cleaning the room or something? But Paimon doesn't remember there being a cleaner.
Come on. That night we stay here, Paimon bumped into the table after being startled by something to do with the balladeer and broke the vase. But the balladeer erased his existence. He changed the world, so why is this vase still broken?
You sound lost and confused.
Oh.
I know why you are troubled. Any who knew of this would find their mind overwhelmed.
What the?
Is there someone here talking to us?
Unfortunately, the fate of Tevat cannot easily be changed. Perhaps a god may have a slim chance. But for anyone else, who can say?
Who are you?
When a small animal runs into a tree trunk, though the tree may sway, it is not displaced. The same is true of fate, like a vase that falls to the ground. Whether it is broken by a cat or by a bird, the result is still a broken vase, is it not?
I cannot understand your metaphor at all, random woman.
Who are you? How do you know about all this?
History does not change easily, but human hearts can. Believe your own eyes.
Rukadavata?
Only that which you see
She sounds evil.
is true. What?
The voice has disappeared. And who the heck was that? And what were they doing coming out of nowhere and saying all that scary stuff?
Believe my eyes. Does she mean I should trust my memories?
Anyway, that vase is still lying there broken on the ground. Should Paimon go get someone to clean it up? It feels wrong just leaving it there. Just a moment. Paimon will be right back.
What else awaits me in the future? Who is that? A woman? Sounds pretty evil. Is that the Hydro Archon? I would guess. Is the traveler said what awaits ahead of me something? Well, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I'm confused. Really confused.